But here's one more example of how to find the formula for, or the equation or formula of a parabola when given the focus. So our goal right now is to find the vertex, this guy right here. We've given the focus, okay? So remember, the vertex is just halfway between the focus and the directrix over here, which is x equals -2. So I went over 2 and I just drew this vertical line, okay? So if this time I'm using my x's instead of my y's, so remember last example we used the y's, so we said y minus this y. Well, now we're going to say x, I'm not minus, plus. Now this time we're going to say x plus this x, not this guy. We're concerned with x's because this is what we have right here is the x. And so the vertices is going to be the absolute value of -2 plus 6, or we could have said 6 minus 2. Either way is fine. And then we're going to divide all that by 2. Well, what is 6 minus 2? 6 minus 2 is 4. 4 divided by 2, which is 2. So I know that's going to be my new x coordinate, is 2. So my vertex, and this all helps to write it out when you do, is 2. That's my new coordinate. And remember, once I find this, the new coordinate, the other guy doesn't change. My y value is not going to change. It's not going up or down. It's just moving left and right, okay? So the 4 is going to stay the same. So once you find one, the other guy stays the same. So that's my new vertex. And like I said earlier, it helps if you rewrite what the directrix is. And I'm going to write it x equals -2. That's my directrix. And so now I have this important information so I can find the formula of my parabola. So, and then you remember I'm going to go back to this little list. I have x equals -2. And remember, when it comes to those formulas, it's going to be opposite day. I'm going to use the opposite letter in first here because look, my parabolas are going left and right. In this case, it's going right. So I have to use this guy. So I have x equals -2. That tells me to use the y value first. So I'm going to have y minus k squared equals 4 times p times x minus h, not squared, just plain. Now I got to find p. And p, remember, I look here and I see that we have an x equals -2, so I'm going to use this. And I'm going to say 2 minus -2 to find p. So p equals 2 minus -2. Well, that means 2 negatives equal +2 plus 2, so I have p equals 4. And negative times a negative is a positive. So all I'm going to do is take this 4 and substitute it in here for p, and put my h and my k in here. Okay? So now I have y minus 4 squared equals 4 times p, which is 4, times x minus h, which is 2. And then all I'm going to do is multiply that, and that's done. Y minus 4 squared equals 16 times x minus 2, and that is the formula for this particular, ooh, that looks terrible, for this particular parabola.